Freeways is a 2017 simulation video game where you build freeway interchanges. It was released on both mobile and desktop for $4, but I would recommend the desktop version if you plan on playing. The game opens with a short screen of text which reads, "Self-driving cars are the transportation modes of the future. I have simulated how these cars will operate. It is your job to design the freeway interchanges of the future." This is one of the few things I can say is not good about the game. The graphics of the game are basically retro. It is pixelated 2D and the colors are rather washed out. The first level is simple. You must drag a road from the factory, 4 tiles with a factory symbol on them, with a dead-end road pointing out, to Highway 6, a dead-end road with a sign saying, 6. You can click on the dead-end road at the factory and drag your mouse to Highway 6 to draw the road, which will follow your mouse precisely. After you draw the road, cars flow out of the factory along your road to Highway 6, and the game zooms out to reveal another level, now with the previous Highway 6 coming in from the top of the screen, needing to be connected to 101 West and 101 East, 2 two-way dead ends. You learn you can make roads become overpasses by pressing a button on the bottom left of the screen. By clicking the signs for any road, you can find the demand for other roads, and which ones need to be connected. After all roads are connected, you can speed up the flow of traffic, and based on how much concrete you used, the complexity of the junction, and how well cars flow, the game gives you an efficiency score. For gameplay mechanics, that's about it. From then on, all levels are just different road combinations and traffic demands. On some levels, you can get a picture of a real-life interchange by meeting efficiency requirements. The challenge comes from how complex these combinations of roads can get, and from the one thing that almost every negative review mentions, the lack of undo button. Now, for someone who hasn't played the game, this may not sound like a big deal, but in a game that focuses heavily on smooth, fast curves, space management, and properly planning, the fact that you can move your mouse slightly wrong and mess up everything is slightly more important. Looking at reviews for this game, this seems to be one of the few issues for people. Personally, I think those reviews are incredibly wrong. If you could edit your mistakes, the game would become substantially easier, and I'm not sure if that's necessarily a good thing. It gives the game replayability, which is good for a game that would otherwise be pretty short. My 2 main issues with the game is that it has 2 vehicles that go faster and slower than the normal cars, yet seemingly fails to take advantage of them, and that the way complexity is calculated is not explained. That's basically all I have to say. I think Freeways is a pretty fun game, and if anything I've said about it has interested you, I'd recommend checking it out.